So this is my tumbler. I actually have two of them. I started tumbling knife parts way back in early 1980s, and it gives an even tone to the blade, makes everything look nice and not polished, but kind of a matte finish. And it also cuts the really sharp corners and edges and softens them just a little bit. Makes for a very nice blade, and also later on we'll do the same with the handle parts, the titanium handle parts. But for now, we're just going to do one blade, and I'll be doing this overnight. So I'll set it up and just let it run. I use a ceramic abrasive, coarse ceramic abrasive in triangle forms. And they wear down, but over a long period of time, so I actually get a lot of use out of them. They're pretty dense, and they will be cutting kind of aggressively. After I do this with the initial abrasive, what I'll do sometimes if I want a higher polish, not really a high polish, but kind of a gloss, satin finish, I'll use another material, which is porcelain. And these are porcelain rods that have lasted several decades. These don't wear down at all. And they'll give a nice, even satin finish to it. Not a high polish, but a little bit brighter than a matte finish. So what I'm going to do is put some water in. Usually it's about 1/3 filled with water and abrasive. I'll just use a little bit of water, not too much, and then when I put the abrasive in, it'll come out to about 1/3 full. Throw the blade in. There have been times when I've forgotten to throw the blade in and had it tumble overnight with absolutely nothing in it. And I use a little bit of watered down Dawn as a detergent. And what that does is it floats the grit and the material that comes off the blade, and it keeps it freshening. Every time it turns around, it makes for a fresher cut, newer cut. This has a rubber gasket that goes on first, and a steel top. These are Thumler's tumblers. This is the B model, and if anybody does reloading or quite a bit of plinking and shooting, they may notice that this is exactly the same tumbler that's used for polishing brass, usually with walnut shells. It's exactly the same machine, except now we're using a very aggressive abrasive. So I want to tighten these 6 thumb screws down. Set the tumbler in the frame and start her up. And it does the work all by itself while I sleep. What a way to work, huh?